we read of the prodigal son in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 15, we see as long as he was in the Father's house, everything was perfect. As long as he was stayed connected. Maybe he did not have his way, but definitely he had everything provided. Nothing that he would lack. Did things his own way and landed up moving into famine and lack. When we read from verse 14, Luke chapter 15, verse 14 onwards, but when he had spent all, there arose a severe famine in the land, and he began to be in want. Verse 15, it says, then he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. Now, for the Jewish people, swines or pigs were an unclean animal. Now, this child going to work with the swines, that means he reached the lowest position or lowest place in his life. When you move away from God, the first thing I told you is don't expect abundance. Secondly, when you move away from God, don't expect to rise. You will have a great fall. Don't expect to experience amazing glory. You will be among the swines, among the lowest of places. We see here in verse 15 and then 16, he says, then he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his field to feed swines. And verse 16, and he would gladly have filled his stomach with the pods that the swine ate, and no one gave him anything to eat. He would have gladly eaten even what the pigs ate. What a pitiable place to be in. What a pitiable position to be in. From verse 11, we see what a place of glory, everything perfect, abundance around him, living a life of authority, position. And verse 15 and 16, put with the swines and nothing to eat, desiring to eat the food of the swines. When you move away from God, you can never rise in life. You may experience temporary moments of pleasure. You may experience temporary moments of highs in life. When he had the money, he was a top person in that country. Everybody wanted to be with him, I believe. When you have money, you can just draw crowds. And he had nothing. Everybody left him. Moving away from God, you may experience temporary highs in your life. But I want to tell you, the end result, you will find yourself in the lowest of positions. Among pigs is what this man reached. Maybe there's some of us that have positions that we have reached, may not literally be pigs, but as good as the pigs, gutters, living a lowest life. When you move away from God, you cannot rise. You will always fall. I want to challenge you and say, don't turn away from God. Don't turn away from Him. He is your life. He is the source of all your needs. And you will never be disappointed when you stick on to Him. God bless you.